What's up, everybody? This is Gian with another fight between Tuhon Philip Galinas and Tuhon Tim Waid. This time it is a double knife fight. Today's focus is all about economy of motion. And in this fight, you're going to see a stark difference between the two fighters. Let's watch. Already you can begin to see styles beginning to manifest. Tuhon Philip has taken center stage and he's going to defend his position. Tim Waid is off to the races. When Tim finally decides to get in range, he is met with a stunning wall of a knife right to his face and to his neck. You can see the knife actually bends. This is a plastic knife, which just illustrates the amount of force Tim walked into, straight into the tip of that blade. So now Tim's got this knife stuck in his neck, but he is chambered to deliver an angle one. It's a little bit difficult to tell from this angle. It does look like it made some contact as Tuhon Philip actually was successful in that parry. The contact came after, likely right around his chest. As you can see, Tim plants himself and attempts to bait Tuhon Philip with this knife movement, whatever you want to call it. Tuhon Philip does not take the bait. In fact, he delivers a bait of himself. But look at the difference. His bait was subtle and it did exactly what it was supposed to. It elicited a response from his opponent. If you compare this with Tim's motions, Tuhon Philip was not moved at all by these big erratic movements. It was actually a slight feint that engaged Tim's reactionary instincts and he attacks. Of course, he misses. The cool thing about this miss is that he sets the stage for a really big swing. Tuhon Philip reads his intentions and steps back. What's impressive about this step back, and I know we're talking about a step back, is that he did this as he was stepping forward. He knew exactly what was going on, didn't take the bait, set his own bait, was out of range, and got himself further out of range. You know, this is as good of a counter as you can get against someone who is erratically and dynamically moving in this fashion. Subtle reads, good reads, more or less a hold the fort type mentality, allowing for your opponent to just use up all of their energy in this engagement. Now, after all of this movement, Tim Waid finally gets in range of Tuhon Philip and he is met with the most simple, direct attack. It was a thrust again to the face. Once Tim got in range, he was met with this wall. Forward grip knife right to the neck again. Now the follow-up is interesting because remember we are talking about economy of motion. Tuhon Philip has been preserving much of his energy, but once they get into that dogfight range, you can just tell, you can listen to the sounds. Tuhon Philip turns it up. And if you look closely, we're going to zoom in right around here. Tuhon Philip is swinging and making contact. Tuhon Tim is also making contact, but you can see his motions are much less pronounced in this really critical range where you should be applying and expending your energy because everything is pretty much going to connect. And so here, power matters, and you can definitely see that when it comes to intent, power, and aggression, Tuhon Philip takes the cake, while Tim Waid is making contact with his knife, but more of a defensive, retreating energy, which isn't really going to produce the kind of depth of penetration that's going to stop an attacker. And as you can see, as he continues to run, he actually loses his footing here a little bit. Nothing much else really happens in this. Again, if you want to observe structure and balance and compare, there really is no comparison. Tim's movement actually works against him here. Tuhon Philip never loses his balance really throughout the entirety of this fight. He shifts his angle to meet the threat. As the threat is moving around him, expending energy, he simply has to pivot and address. And already in two occasions, it was met with this wall. Conservation of energy and knowing exactly when to release that pent-up aggression where it is going to yield the most optimal result. Leave a comment below. Let me know who you think won this engagement based on your criteria, whether that's first contact or most aggressive, whatever that may be. Let me know who you think won, Tuhon Philip versus Tuhon, Tim, Waid. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. These videos take some time out of my day. This is a passion project of mine, so I really thank you guys very much for your support, and I cannot emphasize enough how much a subscription matters, especially during this early growth phase of this channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.